It was a pretty average day for 8-year-old me. It was evening time. I was hanging out with my friends. I think they were 3 years older than me, so I was 8, they were 11. For those of you who are dyslexic and don't know how to do math, so yeah, I was hanging out with my friends, and they were talking about something that I had not heard of. It was something that was pretty new to my monkey brain. Can you guess what it was? As you can guess by the title of this video, they were talking about a certain porn video. So, me being the curious 8-year-old and innocent 8-year-old I asked them, "Hey nigga, what's porn?" And their face lit up. Their face was, and they were asked me questions. They were like, "Bro, you don't know about porn, bro? Oh my god, bro." Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so they normal 11-year-old kid behavior. So they were pretty surprised, and they were like saying things like, "Oh, you don't know about porn?" I was like, "No, what is it?" So one of my friends decided to show me what it was, and that was the day when I realized that there are actually 8 wonders in the world, not 7. Porn being the 8th wonder. My brain was filled with dopamine. My heart was constantly beating. It was beating like I was running a marathon, and my dick was so hard it was going to explode. That average day turned out to be a pretty weird one. Yeah. And by the way, this story didn't have a happy ending, because as I was 8 and was pretty young, I didn't have any fucking testosterone to generate sperm and shit. So what happened was my dick swelled up, and it was the first pain of my life. Yeah, my dick, that small was my dick when I was 8 years old. Like 1 centimeters, and my dick swelled up to this big, bro. This big, with. And it was so painful, dude. I think I got some sexual dysfunction. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so that was my first porn experience. So, yeah, for the next 2 years, I didn't watch porn again for mainly 2 reasons. Number 1, I was scared as fuck. I didn't want to get caught, and number 2, I didn't want my dick to swell up again. Until I turned 11. So as I turned 11, it was my birthday, by the way. I thought like, I'm a big boy now, bro. I'm not scared of no one. I can smoke my stogie wherever I want. I will never get caught. So, do you know what I did? I fired up the browser in my iPad and searched Minecraft Alex naked videos. My dick didn't swell up that time, so it was great. Yeah. So the thing was, since my birthday, I used to watch porn. I think once a month, twice a month, mainly because I didn't know that beating your meat. I didn't know that if you do this to your meat, something will actually come out of it. So I would literally just stare at my porn screen like a fucking monkey and shit, like my eyes beaming and shit. Yeah. So I didn't know what beating meat was, so I would just watch porn, and as a result, I would get urges once in a month, or maybe once in 2 months. So yeah, until I discovered that if you do this with your meat, something will come out, something sticky, something, I don't know, pleasureful. I was watching a porn video. I saw a guy doing this to a girl's face, and I was like, I gotta try that, and I did, and my dick exploded. My dick was like a mortar of Clash Royale. It was like, it literally shot up white sticky salty stuff with such great force that it got stuck up the ceiling, and me being the dumb 12-year-old I was, I used a hand shower to remove it and I made a mess. From that day I started beating my meat every day until the fuck mosquito until in I think May 2022 last year I discovered self-improvement and NoFap. Now NoFap and self-improvement was a pretty new concept to me, and it was like I wanted to improve my life, so it was like, yes, I will now become a fucking NoFapper. I will not fap from now on. I will fucking go till day 90 and will start levitating like Doctor Strange. Yeah. So I decided to get on NoFap. I watched a bunch of NoFap videos from Hamza, fucking I don't know, many dumbass YouTubers. So yeah. But the problem I faced was I was an extremely horny kid. My sex drive was unusually strong, and it is still now. And I couldn't last I couldn't survive one day without beating my meat, and my willpower being so weak that I would always fail. I would literally wake up every day at 6 a.m. because I was in self-improvement and think, today I'm not going to beat my meat, I will get at least one day streak. 6 hours later at 12 p.m. bam. Then me being I used to cope and say things like, oh, I don't have a streak right now, so I can masturbate many number of times. I don't have nothing to lose. So I would end up masturbating 5 times a day, and by the time the day was over, I would be severely depressed because I didn't achieve my goal of not fapping today. And that actually made me depressed, bro, because I left video games, I left all the bad habits, but this one bad habit had been sticking with me for around 1 year. Yes, I suffered from this NoFap. By the way, NoFap is a disease. Don't ever try NoFap. NoFap is the dumbest thing ever. Yeah, so NoFap made me depressed, and I would wake up every day and think like, today I will have a streak. By the end of the day, I would fail. I suffered from this disease, yes, I'm going to call it a disease, for 365 days. This means that from May 2022 till May 2023, well, actually not even May, June 2023, I suffered from this NoFap disease. I would wake up, as I said, I would wake up every day, think today I'm going to make it, but I wouldn't, and that made me depressed and shit. Are you also going through this your NoFap journey and watching bunch of NoFap videos on YouTube and thinking to yourself like, how can I remove this bad habit from my life? How can I do it? You know, the NoFap is the number one habit that most people fail to quit, because it's not a habit actually, it's a drug addiction. I will get into that later. Yeah. So if you're suffering from this, continue to watch this video, because I'm going to tell you the exact way on how I quit. It has been 10 days since I have quit and I have not got a single urge. So yeah, continue watching. June 2022, I met a dude online on Discord, on some Discord self-improvement Discord server, and I told him about my current problems. I told him like, I've quit all my bad habits, but still I'm a slave to porn. And you know what did he say? He didn't say things like, oh do this to have a 7-day streak, do this to have a 30-day streak. He recommended me a book. Yes, a book. Sorry for the cut, my mom interrupted me. My mom is always skeptical when I close the door. She thinks I do fucking drug activities when I'm not under her supervision. So anyway, fuck me, bro. 1 second. One second. Let me remove my fucking childhood photo from there. My mic. Just bought it. Yeah. So what was it? So yeah, that dude gave me recommended me a book. Wow, fuck my voice, dude. Yeah, that dude recommended me a book, which went by the name of Easy Peasy Method to Quit Porn Addiction. And I was a bit skeptical about it. I was like, how can a 100-page book remove this literal drug addiction from my life? And as every normal person does, I searched upon YouTube on how I can I search upon YouTube to see the reviews of this book, and every damn YouTuber said this book removed my porn addiction, this book did this to me, and it literally seemed to be too good to be true. And most probably I would leave that book, I would ignore that dude. But I had been suffering from this severe depression from NoFap for about an year. So I thought maybe this book can help me. And do you know what? It did. I read that book. It took me 4 days to read 100 pages, and it changed my life. It is right now the, I think, 10th day since I have read that book, and I haven't got any, literally any urges since that. That book literally has something magical about it, bro. I'm not even kidding. That, when you read that book, you will literally in the middle of reading that book, you will literally smile and you'll be thinking why was I a slave to this addiction for so many years? I'm not kidding. That book has something magical about it, and I literally recommend you to read it. Now, what did that book do to actually remove the urges? Okay, so in the first part of the book, it basically targeted on all the brainwashing areas. It targeted on things like people think porn is good for their health. It is knowledgeable. Some people think that, apparently. So some people think that porn is knowledgeable, porn is good for them, porn relieves boredom, porn relieves stress, porn does this. So these are the beliefs of people that they think porn does to them. On this hand are the beliefs of people, are all the down gains, all the bad things that happens from porn: sexual dysfunction, PIED, and depression, etc. etc. Now the thing is, let's remove this thing from your mind. Let's just think that porn does not do anything. Porn if you watch porn, you will not get any of these side effects. Just remove them. On this thing, on this part where the person's beliefs are porn relieves stress, porn relieves boredom, but the thing that the book targets on is, does porn really relieve stress? Does porn really relieves boredom? Does porn really makes you happy? Does it? See, let's assume a person believes that porn relieves his anxiety. But the thing is, if we take a scientific approach, porn does not relieve it. Porn creates creates the anxiety in the person, and then that person uses porn to remove that anxiety that porn caused it. Okay, that's a bad example. Let's take one of the examples of the book. Let's imagine that one day you wake up and you see a cold sore. Now that sore is pretty painful, so you go to a druggist and says to him that, bro, this sore is painful, what can I do? And that druggist gives you an ointment. You put that ointment and you get instant relief. But the next day you get that sore again and it's bigger, so you put more ointment. Now the next day you wake up, that sore is bigger. So what really happening is that ointment is causing the sore to become larger and larger. You being the dumbass searches on Google how to fix this shit, how to fix this sore, and then you see that this condition is happening to many people, and this sore increasing size of the sore is a result of that ointment. So what do? You continue putting that ointment and relieving that sore, or you throw that ointment and allow the sore to go on its own. If you are a sensible person, you will obviously throw the ointment and allow the sore to go on its own. And that's the thing with porn. So porn is basically an ointment. Porn creates the anxiety. It makes a void into your mind, and then it fills that void. And the next time you do it, that void is becoming bigger and bigger. If we take a scientific approach, when we masturbate, we get some hormone releases called delta FOSB and dopamine. So delta FOSB, delta FOSB is a water slide. The more you masturbate, the more it will grease it, and the more easily you will get urges. So what's the solution? This video may not help you, because I will obviously not go in that much detail about the book. So what my recommendation is, stop being a pussy, stop coping and saying he must be I don't know how he will cope and shit. But my recommendation, read Easy Peasy Method How to Quit Porn. You can even listen to it, bro. Just listen to that book, and that book will change your life. I'm not even kidding right now. Video games and all that shit are you can easily quit them, bro. But porn is an actual drug addiction. So my recommendation, if you have is to read that book. If you have watched this far and wasted so much of your time, you should at least try that book. You have watched this far, so in my opinion, try that book and then come to this video and comment and say things like, bro, you're so helpful, I love you, I want to fuck you so bad. So yeah, sorry, I got a bit horny. So yeah, that book has helped me a lot, and I hope you read that book and actually actually break free from this slavery. Good luck, brother. Actually, I'm genuinely saying good luck to someone for the first time. Good luck, and good luck in quitting porn. I don't know if I will link that book in the description. It's completely free. Yeah, so good luck. I will see you in the next video. Consider subscribing, brother. And until then, this is my catchphrase: drink coconut water. Yeah, I'm cool. Bye.